on, we have Hillary and Tony. They're going to quickly chat. Oops, sorry, wrong slide. Sorry. They're going to quickly chat about what to expect from Africa Hacks 2020. So Hillary, Tony, if you're here, the floor is yours.
Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Hillary, and we have Tony on the line as well. We want to talk to you today about what to expect from the first 2 days of the hackathon. We want you to get the most out of the hackathon. And the way we've designed this, Tony's going to go over the schedule, and after that, I will go over the milestones and expectations for today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Hillary. I hope you guys all can hear me. I will just be going over some of the highlights in our schedule for the week-long hackathon we're having. So the great thing about this hackathon is that we're having sessions on. We're gonna have workshops explaining some tech and how to get started. A few things. We're going to have keynote addresses from interesting speakers. We're also going to have speakers talk on some of future topics like on AI and VR and 2D, 3D technologies. But at the end of each day, we're going to have deliverables that are going to need to be submitted for teams to move on through the hackathon. The deliverables are very important, and we're hoping that each team submits them before the deadline at the end of each day. So mostly for today, we'll have a few speakers, some workshops coming up after that, and we're going to have a few talks on project monetization, accepting payments. The schedule is posted on Discord. I recommend you go through it. If you have any questions about anything, just feel free to ask a question on the Ask a Question side of Discord. And I'll say the other interesting, and the other really important thing is the final deadline will be this project submission. So submitting the details about your project at the end of the hackathon. Try and make sure you submit on time for this submission. And on the very last day, we will show the videos from the teams that we select as the winning teams, and they will receive their prizes. And Heather, you can share about the deadlines and milestones.
Of course, right. So one of the major parts of the hackathon that's different from last year, if you were here last year, is that we have two different expectations from the hackathon this year. First of all, we expect that at the end of the hackathon, each team should produce a technical document. And how we're going about that this year is by giving you day-to-day milestones, or what we're calling breakthroughs, such that you complete this technical document, which allows you to think thoroughly about the products that you're building. It allows you to also make sure that by the end of the hackathon, you have a product that is well thought out and actually is useful to someone out there. For us to start today, though, we want to make sure that we're all on the same page about our behavior during the hackathon. We want to make sure that everybody is working together collaboratively. Everybody is working together in a peaceful environment. And so we have a code of conduct, which actually currently lives on our Discord server. So once you have been able to get to sign up into our Discord server, you would see that there are some instructions that include our code of conduct, and we ask that you read that and accept the code of conduct by clicking a thumbs up. There are instructions on our Discord in your hacker tutorial as to show you how to do this. We also want to make sure that you've joined a team, ideally by the end of today. So there are different, we have a team formation workshop to allow you to do that. So kindly please join a team by either using the team formation workshop or posting in the Discord channel. Today, we also want to ensure that you also submit your GitHub repo. So your GitHub repo is where you will be storing your projects. You'll be collaborating with your team. We will share with you a video on how to start up with GitHub if you don't have any experience with that. But by the end of today, we want you to have, if you have a team, to have submitted the link to that GitHub repository. We also want you to be thinking about how you're going to manage your projects throughout the hackathon. There are several project management tools available, and we want you to have chosen one. We have a project management session later today, so ideally the project manager on your team would attend that session, and you would work collaboratively as a team to decide what project management tool to use. We would also like you to share the link or information about the tool that you've chosen by the end of the day. Most importantly, today we want you to think about what problem you want to solve. Yes, we have several categories which you might be interested in solving problems for, but today we want you to sort of more so narrow that thought down by asking yourself and the team that you're working with questions such as, why does my solution matter? Why am I building this, and who needs this solution? Think about this. Tomorrow there will be brainstorming. We want you to hold a brainstorming session. Now, this brainstorming session is supposed to be a way for your team members to all bring together all these ideas of how to solve this problem that you've thought about. This could involve you working collaboratively on a whiteboard. So there are several whiteboarding tools out there, such as Sketch, Miro. We've listed a couple of them there that you can all work together to sort of sketch out ideas, sort of list a couple of things. We just don't want you to stick to a couple one solution and stick to it. I want you to thoroughly think through this solution that you want to build upon. We then want you to choose what this solution would be and outline the features. So obviously, I'm sure you have lots and lots and lots of great ideas, big products that you want to build, but we want you to think about the time that you have, think about the talent that you have on your team, and think about what you want to actually show at the end of the day. What can you actually build out by the end of the hackathon? And you'll be happy to show that this is a solution that we have thought about. So yes, pick and list out those features that you want to develop. Next, we want you to actually think about the solution that you've chosen. So part of the brainstorming process ideally would be thinking about what are the solutions out there that are similar to mine, because we don't want you to build a solution and realize that that it's already out there. It's been done. We want you to be innovative. We want you to think outside of the box. And so looking at what's out there that might be similar to what you've just thought about allows you to better understand what more you can be adding on to. If there's something that's out there that's like yours, it allows you to think better about the features, or rather, maybe you want to change paths, right? So looking at I want you to think about that, look at what's out there, and then give us a bit of a summary of what you found out. Next, we want you to then build out a sort of prototype. So a prototype, depending on what your product is, could be very different. It could be anything from, app screens to website screens that you've drawn out. We want a medium fidelity prototype. What this means here is that it shouldn't be a fully functional working product. It's more so showing like in forms of drawings, or if you're able to build something out small, show us that you have tried out this idea, and you know how it's going to work. You have an idea of what's going to happen with it. And so this can, again, there are several platforms that you can do this on, such as whiteboarding tools, Sketch, Canva, Figma. And also want you to realize that if you're able to build a medium fidelity prototype, you're able to use other tools to get the code and build your UI even better and faster. We will share more information. There's some information actually that we've provided on that. We want you to also include the link or pictures. And if you're using pictures, put them in a PDF for us to see that you have thought about your medium fidelity prototype. Yes, and most importantly, by tomorrow, we would have matched you with mentors, because tomorrow would be the last date that we would expect that you have formed teams. And once we have all the teams formed, we'll be matching you with mentors. And these mentors will be there to more so guide you along along the way in terms of the expectations for the day. So for example, on day 2, once you've built your medium fidelity prototype, we would like you to share this link with your mentors so that they can look over it, sort of give you feedback as to whether you're heading in the right direction, and just more so feedback on the on what you have developed. Yes, so we'd also like you to submit that on day 2. So yes, we're going to be sharing your milestones daily on our Discord channel. So this list that you have here, we have one for every day, sort of a checklist for you to go through. We're sharing those daily. Hopefully, if you have any questions, reach out to us, and happy hacking.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hilary, for this thorough approach and Hilary and Tony on really what to expect from Africa Hacks. So without further ado, we will be welcoming our guest, keynote speaker, keynote address, Dr. Andrew S. Naveen. So let's just get there. Awesome. So welcome to Dr. Andrew S. Naveen, PhD. So I will read a little bit of his biography for those in the chat room who doesn't know him. So Dr. Andrew S. Naveen has a unique global career as a thinker and a doer, working at the complex intersection of economics, strategy, capital market, and investment. He has over 33 years of professional experience as an entrepreneur, private equity investor, line manager, economics, and strategy consultant. And his professional career has previously lived in Asia, North America, and Europe. He has been based in Lagos, Nigeria, the world's 7th most populous country, as we know, since early 2012. In Nigeria, Andrew is an iconic figure, playing a number of key roles to advance Nigeria and West Africa economy and society, including partners of financial services leader and chief economist at PwC, founding governor of Financial Center for Sustainability at Lagos, founding director of the Africa Institute of Leadership and Public Administration, member of the advisory board at the Lagos Business School, and is a tireless advocate for innovation in Nigeria and in Africa and beyond. So please join me in welcoming today our keynote speaker, Dr. Andrew S. Naveen.
Thank you for that. Such a kind introduction. It's too kind, in fact. But first, let me just say a big thank you to AfricaHacks and Uchi and Christine and the whole team. I mean, I think what you're doing is fantastic. And I'm just here to say a few words. I mean, you need to get on to the real work of this. Let me start by saying, why is this so critical, and why have I supported it? And this year, again, sponsoring the prize for citizen safety in the Africa Hacks. I've increased the amount because I realized it wasn't sufficient last year, and so I've increased the sponsorship of it, and hopefully we'll give support to the winning team in this area. But at a very fundamental level, I mean, I think everyone involved in this kind of understands all the challenges that we see every day in Africa. And I don't need to enumerate them. But when we ask the question, how are these challenges going to get solved? One reason I'm a tireless advocate, just for innovation, but for the youth in Africa. Sorry, let me just see if I'm going to, now that my pictures come up, just adjust the picture so you can see me. There we go. So, why am I so supportive of the youth in Africa? Because the challenges that I see every day sitting in Lagos are only going to get solved by young Africans. We all understand it's a young continent. We understand just how vibrant and dynamic the young people are. Of course, we've all seen in Nigeria the End SARS movement, and it really is, I mean, I think a fantastic thing. I mean, not the violence, but the fact that young people are waking up to take charge of their society. And I think the innovation and technology and this type of hackathon is part of that whole movement. I mean, the solutions you're going to come up with are just, there's no choice for Africa. If we think of kind of models that served other countries in their journey, they don't scale to the challenges that Africa has. Just the sheer size, the demographics, the physical size. And we need these kind of technological leapfrogging solutions to deliver education, to deliver healthcare, to deliver logistics, to deliver solar power, renewables, financial services. And that's why this is so critical on that. And I just, most of all, thank everyone here who's going to put effort into thinking about solving these real problems. And I particularly like Africa Hackathons because it's Africans solving problems in a way that's appropriate for Africa. I sit in Lagos. I'm very embedded, as you heard, in kind of Nigerian and African society. And the only people that are going to solve Africa's challenges are the young people in Africa. And solutions from the outside are not adapted to what we need. So that's why this is so critical there. Just a couple of maybe comments from someone of my age. I won't tell you how old I am, but I finished high school in 1977. So it was a long time ago. But as you go into this competition, a few things to keep in mind. I think the first thing to keep in mind is, failure is okay. You're young, you're trying new things. By definition, anything that you're trying new is not certain on that. And I don't want anyone overly stressed about it, overly stressed about failure. Not everyone can win this competition, but the value of this is not necessarily in the winning. It's in everyone making their best efforts. And of course, you all have long lives to impact Africa, your communities, your society, your nation over the next decades. And this is one step on that journey. And if you don't win necessarily in this round, what you've done with your team over the next few days and a couple of weeks really will contribute enormously to what you do next. And so please go into this just with no fear of failure. Just work the hardest you can with your team to come up with something that you think is appropriate and put it out there. Because that's the other beauty about this, is you're putting something out there to people. You've had the courage to step up and kind of make that effort on that. So I really encourage you all to work the best you can in your teams. What you're doing is so critical to Africa. Things will emerge that fix it. It's all part of your journey. And just the other thing I will say on this is just enjoy the time with your team and working on a problem. You're working on something that's incredibly important for the continent and for the nations and your society, as I said, and just enjoy the opportunity to be able to do that. You're all privileged to have enough education, enough intelligence, enough exposure to be able to participate in this hackathon. And again, Africa Hacks has created the environment for it. So just enjoy the experience and do the best you can. So again, I want to thank you all. I'm actually spending I wish I could stay a bit longer, but I'm spending 12 hours today doing the judging for the Rhodes Scholarship, which of course is the world's most prestigious scholarship to Oxford. I'm doing the judging today. We have the 14 finalists in West Africa. There are many of them physically in Accra, but I'm joining virtually. But it's very exciting for me to both see the Africa Hacks and young people in Africa trying to do something important, but also to be participating in the Rhodes Scholarship selection today. So it gives me, sometimes people say, why do you have so much confidence in Africa? It's because every day I interact with young Africans who are just extraordinary. Not only are they extraordinary, but they're trying to do extraordinary things for their communities and society. So it gives me great confidence in the future. And those of you who follow me in social media and Twitter know that I'm pushing for the young Africans to take over. That was why I was supportive of End SARS. It's really time for young Africans to step up and take control of the continent. So let me stop there. I look really forward to the products that come out, particularly in the prize that I'm sponsoring on citizen safety. And good luck to everyone. And as I said, please enjoy the experience and go into this with no fear. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Andrew Naveen, for your time today and for really sharing a lot of insights about Africa and giving this word of encouragement to our attendees today. Thank you very much. And I'm sure you have to go, but we really appreciate of your time here. And as he mentioned, you know, he's actually sponsoring a prize, so the Dr. Andrew S. Naveen Prize for Citizen Safety. So please, if you are going to hack under these categories, make sure you do, because this will be one of the person that will be pushing it for you, and they will be here to really help you and support you. So how are we feeling today? Like, how is everyone doing? Can I see in the chat room where everyone is from, just to see, maybe I can play a game and I can guess your capital city. Okay, Tanzania, I think is Dar es Salaam. South Africa, Johannesburg. Okay, Nigeria, Abuja, because Lagos is the economic capital. Okay, Cameroon, yeah, Yaoundé. I'm from Cameroon, by the way, so I get so excited when I see people from Cameroon. Okay, slow down, guys. Okay, Ghana. Okay, Ghana, Accra. Okay, I got this. Okay, Edo State, it's in Nigeria. Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. Lesotho, oh, my people from Lesotho, the Kingdom of Lesotho. This Zoom is quite different with the one I've been using. So what do you mean, Danielle? Does it mean like this Zoom is super cool? Is that what you're saying? Tanzania, Nigeria, Zimbabwe. Oh my God, my people from Zimbabwe. What is the capital of Zimbabwe? Okay, don't tell me. Garabon? Is it Garabon? No. What's the capital of Zimbabwe? What is it? Can someone tell me the capital of Zimbabwe? Is it Garabone? Garabone? Okay. Kenya, Jambo, Bwana, Abali Gali, capital Nairobi, of course. What else do we have? Oh, we have people from Durban. Amazing. Well, welcome here. We're so happy to have you. Zimbabwe, Harare. Oh my God, sorry, I made a mistake. Okay, so thank you so much. Are we missing? Oh, the Zoom is good. Thank you, Danielle. I really appreciate that. And every day we're going to ensure that we are augmenting the reality in the Zoom. So thank you so much for liking the fact that we're here in Zoom. And I think we're actually waiting the next, well, we have a quick break coming on, but we're waiting for the next, our next panelist also. The next thing here, let me just quickly go back into sharing my screen so we can kind of see the schedule and what's awaiting for us. And please do not leave us. We're actually working on sending you guys some airtime and data. Some people are actually receiving, who has been receiving data right now, because you know, some magician here are working behind the scene to ensure that you're receiving data, because we don't want to finish your data. We actually want to provide you data so you can join us and learn. So who has been receiving some data, put some thumbs up in the chat room, just to make sure. And if not, then we need to ensure that the people that are actually in this room are getting the data. So hello, hi. Okay, so I think we need to ensure that everybody that's here today, so maybe, okay, let me look into who you can send an email. Have you completed your Hacks profile with your numbers? Because we've sent to everyone. Have you put your number into your Hacks profile, AfricaHacks profile? And okay, so Rafiu, have you received? Okay. Okay, we really want to ensure that, okay, some people have received, okay, people have received, yes, I did got the message, but no data, okay. Okay, so let's ensure that, what about this? I don't know how we can, let me see. I think the best way to really ensure that everyone receive it is to ensure that everyone on this call, so let me see, the best way, maybe we can create a quick form to ensure that everyone here get the data, because it's very important. So let me see who I have here. Is Mariam here? Okay, so Mariam, I think Mariam is here. I think Mariam will create, Mariam is going to create a Google form and she will send it to you. She will send it in the chat and ensure that you receive your data. Don't worry, okay, you received, but I need it empty and not glow. Okay, I'm getting SMS with no data. No worries, everyone, it's fine. We will resolve this, okay? We will send to everyone. Just give me a moment here. We are working on getting, okay. Exactly, amazing. So Miriam is gonna be working on creating a Google form to ensure that everyone that's on this chat will receive the data. And maybe on the Google form area, we will put the number, the names, and we'll put like provider, Vodacom, Glow, MTN, just to ensure that we have this all locked in. Don't put your number in the chat. You will receive, we're preparing a Google form right now to ensure that you will receive it, okay? Just wait. It's okay, Francis of Bona, it's fine. We are going to, don't drop your number here, okay? We will send everyone, everything is going to be resolved by the end of the day. Is that fine? Can I have a thumbs up? Okay, can I have a thumbs up from everyone, a reaction? Right? Okay, amazing, glad to see that. Perfect. And then if you're already on Discord, the link will be shared on Discord. Does everyone has Discord? Give a thumbs up if you're on Discord already, okay? Everything is going to be on Discord. So if you want to get data, it's going to be on Discord. You don't have Discord, so Omolade Samuel, Mariam will send you the Discord link to ensure that you have access to Discord. So Omolade, sorry? Okay, so more people should have received it now because we're pushing it, so more people should receive the data now. Okay, so I know there's some people that still haven't received, but if there's people that have been receiving, just let us know so we know that it's working, because we're pushing it behind the scene right now, and we just want to ensure that everyone is receiving the data. Awesome. Perfect. So let's just go back into, so everyone is fine, right? I'm just going to go back into share the screen. We will be looking into our next panelist. I'm just really looking here to see if they are already in the room. So just give me a moment here. Just going to ensure they're in the room. But how do you guys like it so far? Really, like, I want to stay here forever with you. We stay here. I'm looking at the number. I hope every day it's going to increase as we're sending those data to ensure that you can get connected. Have you ever been to a conference that's providing you free data for a whole week to ensure that you can stay connected with us? You know, that's how we are so committed to you. We're so committed to our community because we want to ensure that you are learning, you know. That's what we want. We want, yeah, please take questions. Yes, there's a Q&A. Okay. Okay, we can take some questions now. Hilary, if you're still here, there's some questions that I think you can tackle. So one, Tom is asking, is the milestone now open for submission? So the milestone, Hilary, are you here?
Sorry, yes. The milestones, it's not open at the moment. We want to make sure that you guys are all like settled in and everything. We will announce once it's open for submission. I'm excited to know that you're already like putting together your projects and ready to submit. But let's hold on for a minute, please. Thank you.
Perfect. So Omolale Samuel, greeting. I want to ask that, can we submit idea that is not related to the listed category solution? I think, you know, Omolade, you know, as long as you can relate those ideas in a way, you know, what sort of ideas were you thinking? Send me, if you want to send me directly in DM, I can help you navigate this idea, because sometimes you have an idea and you don't really see how it can be connected with all of it. So Omolade Samuel, if you can hear me, please make sure you send me, if you want, privately your idea, or if you want to share it with the team, I can look into it for you, but definitely just run. And Mariam will send the Discord app link again on this channel to ensure that everyone can join the conversation. How can I create group on Discord? Hilary will drop in the link on AfricaHacks that teach you how to create Discord group on for the team. Thank you so much. So the next thing we have here is how do I find a team, please? So if you're already, Michael, if you are on Discord already, right? People are already chatting on Discord also. If you haven't catch it, they're chatting, they're asking for team members, they are really, really chatting. So please go there and ask, go on Discord, go on hashtag team formation, share what you're doing, share your skill set, share what you're looking for, and they will find you. So go in the Discord channel. Mariam has just dropped the Discord channel, and Hillary will drop how to create those teams. And you have to be very smart for example, you can use this, those Zoom chats. If there's someone that you spoke with, chat there. Are you looking for a team? Who is looking for a team? Whether it's on Zoom here, who is looking for a team, or it's on the hashtag team formation, who is looking for a team. Because at the end of the day, we're creating all those collaboration places for you to be able to communicate amongst each other. By now, some of you should be receiving the data. They're coming in, and we're looking into it very closely, okay? And I think we'll have a channel to ensure that everyone receive it, and we can tell on our end, once things are sent over. And please complete your hacks profile, because even if you miss the +1, or if you're in Cameroon, the +237, it's not gonna go. You know what I mean? Like, so make sure you put your area code, because we're smart, but the computer, that it's not that smart. So we just make sure that you put the area code, the country codes there. Complete your start profile at start.africahacks.com to ensure that yes, everyone can join Discord. So basically, Discord, think about Discord as this morning I was telling you guys, I was chatting with I was chatting with Niels, and I was chatting with Audrey. Are they here? Is Neil and Audrey here? Let me see if they're here. Okay, so I was chatting with Niels and Audrey this morning. So please make sure that you join Discord. I'm sharing it again to join Discord. So we're waiting for the next, and Hillary just shared how to add your team. So I'm gonna share it again, how to create a group. So basically team on Discord. So I'm going to share this here. Oops, I'm gonna share that here, perfect. So I've answered this question. Greeting, I want to ask, I've answered this question. How do I find a team? I've answered this question. Is it possible to go solo? Hi, rather than look for team? Of course, you can go solo if you can be a hustler, a hipster, and a hacker at the same time. By all means, all power to you. You can go solo. We do encourage solo or in team. At the end of the day, you're getting to co-create all together in this Zoom bubble. So please, if you want to go solo, you feel like you can, you're jacks of all trades. Okay, Charlotte's been receiving. So okay, we're so happy to know that you guys are receiving the data. So we're so proud of us. We will continue sending data and showing that you receive data, because we are not going forward if you guys don't receive the data, because we're not here to take all your data. We want to ensure that you can join our Zoom call. You can benefit of everything that we created for you. So please, as you receive your data this night, just log off, go to sleep, tomorrow come back. You know what I mean? So we can continue in the learning, we can continue in empowering you, because at the end of the day, all those tools that we're providing you, we have Facebook coming next week. It's going to teach you how to use Facebook to sell your business. We have IDM coming in next week, going to teach you about blockchain and all that. So Andrew Mogbolu, have you completed your Star platform? And also the first mission, when you join, okay, hold on. I have to tell you one super important thing. And even me as an organizer, it's only 3 days ago that people told me that, oh, Christine, you have to react on the thumbs up on the Discord channel. I never knew. So let me tell you how it happened. Maybe I can share my screen to show you. Once you join Discord, okay, it's going to ask you a question. It's going to give you a prompt. You have to read everything. When you read everything at the end, you have to click thumbs up. Consider this thumbs up like, when you enter Facebook and then Facebook asks you, click this here, I approve all the data. It's only when you click that you get to see the next page. So it's not because you're on Discord physically, that means that you're in the rooms. No. To be in the rooms, you need to see the games. You know, someone was playing games earlier this morning and we were chatting. It was so fun. But there's so much cool games. There's music there. There's lounge rooms. So you get to talk with everyone. So it's so, so fun, guys. Like, our team did an amazing job. And if there's any question Discord related, so organizer also say is the master of Discord. Just go, any question you need, she will be always there to assist you. So let me tell you again, go on Discord, okay? Let's do this. Go on Discord, right? Once you're on Discord, you will be able to click, you have to click the thumbs up after reading this long message. Once you click the thumbs up, then you will be able to access the entire AfricaHacks platform with all the cool innovator and makers and shaker and disruptors that's already in the platform, and they cannot wait to meet you too. People already having conversation, putting the flags out there. Like, you need to join the conversation. I am not going to tell you this. You need to join the conversation. So for the data again, complete the AfricaHacks profile and register for the hackathon. Yes, at start@africahacks.com. Okay. Lots of package coming, got the data. You see, Rafiu Moshood is getting the data. So please, guys, don't lose hope. We are actually sending you the data, okay? So the data are coming. And also, Mariam is going to drop our Twitter link, direct Twitter link, to ensure that you can follow us on Twitter for all prices and all that. What are the categories for the hackathon? So that's a very interesting question. So let me share my screen. Maybe, you know what, let me share my screen and take you to the category and, you know, prices. Let me, you know what, let me share with you the prices and all that, because you know what, we haven't talked about that. So I'm going to ensure that you know what you're winning, and you know, you need to know. So I have to share this with you. So bear with me a moment. Once I'm just opening up my my table here. Oh, so it's actually on hackathon.africahacks.com. So someone on my team is dropping the links right now as I speak. And I will be, my thing is, it's available in French, en français, ou aussi en anglais. Donc, so we are going into English, okay? And if we have any Francophone speaker for the upcoming session, just send me a private message, and then we'll be able to assist you to ensure that you get the translation that you need in order to enjoy, okay? Prices, amazing. So let me share the prices, and my team can let me know what time the next people are starting, right? Because right now, after this, we do have the big chunk. What time are they starting at? Let me just see here. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen with everyone. Let me share my screen here. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Whew, amazing. Let me just drink some water here. Okay, just some water. Amazing. So can anyone see my screen? Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a walkthrough for AfricaHacks. So this AfricaHacks, here you can see our schedule, most updated schedule, but don't worry, on Discord, every single day, we're dropping out the schedule. What you need to do, everything you need to know will be on Discord channel. Like, it will be there, okay? So now when you scroll down here, our sponsor, we're so thankful for our sponsor. Let me just take a time to acknowledge our sponsor here. So we have Grant for the Web, sponsoring the Web Monetization Prize. We have Vonage, we have Auth0. Auth0, the developer, is actually coming today to teach you how to use the tool to create a hackathon project. So please make sure you're staying, because that's super important. We have Balsamic, we have Linode, Twilio for startups, AWS, and it has to be updated because we actually just got a new partnership as of yesterday, just to tell you that the price keep on growing. So we have to update. We haven't the website has to be updated, but I don't know if you know MongoDB, but MongoDB is actually a partner as well. So the top 3 winners of each of the categories will actually get to join AfricaHacks startup program starting in 2021, but also MongoDB program, which is super cool, giving you $1,000 of credits on data. So think about it. Think about when you're hosting, you're creating your tool, you want to store the data, you want to store, you know, you don't have to pay, let's say $200 or $300 per month. You can use this. So I really want you guys to really think about all of those different prices that you're winning. So the way we're doing things, right, is that we want to enable you to be able to like, okay, now I have my idea, okay? If I need to launch this idea into a business, what are the operational costs I will need in order to host this online? That's when we got you. We're like, you know what? If you want to take your idea, if your idea is actually one of the best, the top 1, the top 3, you're coming with us and you're getting all the credit that's going to enable you to build that into an ecosystem. So you're getting AWS credit. So AWS credit, what is it? So think about it. Once you have your website, you need to host. Some of those hosts, GoDaddy, you know, all of those, you know, they will ask you to pay $300 to $600 a month, depending on what you're doing. But with us, we have over 10K of AWS credits, and those credits will actually enable you. You won't have to pay this amount of money. So you have to think about it, you know, when you're a startup, you're starting. Those are operational costs. Those are fixed costs for some startups. Your fixed cost will be at 0. That's huge. I don't know for you, but for me, I think that's wow. That's a wow factor. And that's why for us, we're enabling those ecosystem. We're going to those big player in the tech industry to be, hey, you have a tool, a cool system, a cool technology, you know, you're using it here and there, but let's use it to actually bring into our community in Africa so that they know that they can use this technology to honest their dream. So that's kind of what we're doing. And I hope that you're seeing this. And we've been working so hard, the entire team have been working. So shout out to the entire AfricaHacks team to create this amazing thing. So let's just go through it. So, okay, so I know a lot of people have asked, okay, what if I have a startup already? Okay, if you have a startup already, you actually able to apply for the Africa Pitch. So the Africa Hack Pitch is just, it's happening on December 11th. I'm going to drop the links later on to apply if you have a startup. And when you have a startup, you can get all of those different things like incorporation in the US. So incorporation your business, establish business in the US. So this is for startups that are already existing. People ask for the category. So this is the best agriculture and food security. Again, the value of all the credits that you're getting, it's about $100,000. So the way you have to think about it is, you know, those are operational costs. And we are here to make to transform ideas into reality, right? So if you're really serious about your idea and it's one of the winners, we got you. We really do. We really got you for a long time, right? So not everything is always about, you know, raising those funds. Sometimes it's about building that ecosystem that will allow you to be sustainable and that will allow you to do different other things in your business. So when those fixed costs are met, then you can do so many other things. You can focus on so many other things and actually building your system, because you don't have to worry about paying the next month the data. No, we got you for the next 1-2 years with those type of credits, right? Best fashion, so best art and entertainment. Same thing, Linode, Notion, Segment. Segment benefit is actually a lot. You know, Segment offers like a plethora of credits. You just have to be willing to go into every detail to understand how you can unlock those credits into your potential. As at AfricaHacks, that's how we bootstrap. We call it bootstrapping. So we're actually using the tool we use to bootstrap, and you see us right here today, right? So this is bootstrapping. This is using what you have around you, what has been provided to you to enable you to create. So that's how bootstrapping is called. Best health project and mental health. You know, mental health is so important, right? Especially during the time that we are here right now, during this global pandemic, and especially for our people in Africa, mental health is super important. Health in general is a general concern. Whether your app is a COVID-19 app, whether your app it's a mental health issue, a mental health app, you're welcome to drop that. Amazing. Amazing. So Odunayo is here. Fantastic. So perfect. So without further ado, let me just continue this, and then the next person that we have here is Odun Nayo. I'm just getting her bio because our girl. I'm sure everybody knows Odun Nayo, but who in the chat room there, who knows Odun Nayo Ewini? I know her. She's here. I'm so happy, super, super happy. Best IoT hardware. So if you're doing something hardware, it's also here. Best overall, most funded project. That's the one that's cash. AfricaHacks is going to provide $1,000 cash USD to that most fundable project, directly cash as you win. Vonage is actually giving switch lights to the entire team if you win, because you're using one of the API, which is super cool, by the way. If you stay on today, at the end of the day, we have someone from Vonage that's going to be speaking about how can you use this tool. So if you want to win 4 Nintendo Switch Lite for your entire team, that's what you want to do. Best user experience, best web monetization, Dr. Andrew Levin's prize, top 10, after this, we also take the top 10. The top 10 can also get all those prizes. So this is, it's what we have for you here today. And without further ado, we have Odun, amazing. Okay, some people are already responding. Oh, Odun, okay, people are already responding. Amazing. Yes, we also have agriculture. Yes, Otaigo, we also have agriculture. It's just that our next keynote she's actually here. And who doesn't know, Odun? Okay, let me just read the bio so you get it, okay? So, Odunayo Eweniyi is co-founder and COO of PiggyVest. She previously founded PushCV.com, one of the largest sites in Africa with the largest database of pre-screened candidates. She has 5 years experience in business analysis and operation and is a graduate first class, of computer engineering at Covenant University in Nigeria. She was named one of Forbes Africa 30 under 30 technology in 2019 and one of 30 Quartz Africa Innovators 2019. I'm just going to pause there, and I just want to ensure that our audience know that we're having a Forbes under 30 honoree out here. Okay, she sits on the advisory board of Train Future and Education Technology Company based in Switzerland, as well as the Gender Lens Acceleration Best Practice Initiative, a collaborative effort of Village Capital, US, and International Finance Corporation, IFC, Women's Entrepreneurs Finance Initiative. In 2019, she was named Small Medium Enterprise Entrepreneur of the Year in West Africa by the Asian Bankers Wealth and Society, and she's the youngest Nigerian on Forbes Africa list of 20 new wealth creator in Africa 2019. She's one of Business Day Spark 2019 Women to Watch and made the World Women in FinTech Power list for 2017. Guys, I have chills. The Why Naija Most Influential People in Technology 2017 and 2018. She's a 2018 Wester Welle Young Entrepreneurs Fellow, and she's a recipient of the Future Africa Awards Prize in Technology in 2018. In honor of her work, she was named as one of the 100 most inspiring women in Nigeria 2019 by Leading Ladies Africa. One of the 50 most visible women in tech by Tech Cabal in 2019. She works to support the inclusion of women in technology by working with hubs and female-focused network, including for Creative Girls, Greenhouse Labs, She Leads Africa, Itana. She has also be the co-founder of Women's Community Wine and Wine Nigeria, and of course Female Coalition. So please welcome. Let's just do a big round of applause for Odunayo. Odun, like she likes to call her, a tech bro. Odun, the floor is yours, and thank you so much for being here today with us. We truly appreciate that. And she's just going to be doing a keynote address right now.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Right. So, hi, my name is Odunayo, and I'm co-founder and CEO of PiggyVest, like Christine said. And I'm essentially just here to give you a very short address on scaling a business, right? So, I have been working in tech for the past 7 years, and I started right out of university and have worked on several startups since. I currently work on PiggyVest, but before then,
it's 2 o'clock.
Sorry about that. I have alarms. So before we started working on PiggyVest, we worked on several startups, a lot of which failed, and that's how I think we got the experience and the learnings that we've now applied to PiggyVest currently. So I'm just going to go right into it. Very short speech. I hope you're able to take some lessons from it. So scaling a business, right? The first thing that I need everyone to understand is that scaling a business is not at all the same as growing a business. Scaling your business means that you have to be able to handle an increase in, I'm sorry, let me just mute all of that. So means you're able to handle an increase in sales, in work, in output in a very cost-effective manner. So on the other hand, growing a business means you're like building up the business up to the point where you need an increase in sales, work, or output. I hope that like differentiates scaling and growing. So essentially your company can handle growth without like suffering in other areas. There's like you're growing, and so what you're trying to get to is the point where you start to need to hire more people. You start to need to raise more money. You start to need, to like create more departments. Meanwhile, scaling a business means that you are now able to handle all those needs in a very, very cost-effective manner. Because one of the best things about like a growing business that needs to scale is the fact that you need to now be able to show to your investors that you can manage costs. And so when you're leading a young team or startup, you focus on two things: product market fit and scaling the business, in that particular order. So essentially product market fit and the stages that come right after, before the scaling, that's the growth stage, right? And I read somewhere, I think it was in the CEO of a company called Matrix Partners, said that businesses need to focus on connecting those two things: finding product market fit and scaling the business. So in essence, it's supposed to be searching for repeatable, scalable, and profitable growth, right? But today I'll focus on the scaling part, right? So once you find product market fit, you need to start to look at scale. You need to start to look at how you grow. And so how do you scale your business? There's 6 ways, right? The first way is identify the milestones that you need to get to moving forward. The second way, focus on risk reducers. The third way, increase sales, right? Increase sales, whatever service you're like offering, whatever product you're selling, find a way to increase your bottom line, right? The fourth thing, figure out your ideal customer, right? The fifth thing, optimize for the user. And the sixth thing, don't hire people too early. Should I repeat that? Right? Should I repeat that? Or do we all get it? Okay. Identify milestones, focus on risk reducers, increase sales, figure out your ideal user, optimize for the user, and don't hire too early. So I'm just going to run through that so that I don't run out of time. Identify milestones. It means that you need to like set goals, right? I know that everyone on this call might understand what the word milestone means, and it's easy to just connect it to your business. It means that for every milestone that your company needs to hit, you need to tie it to capital, right? How much do you need to get to X? How much do you need to get to 3X? How much do you need to get to 5X? So essentially, you know what like the stages of growth of your business are, right? You need a fully budgeted roadmap against those milestones to allow you to move forward, grow, and plan enough time for fundraising. So if you're running like an MOOC, for instance, let's say you're running an educational startup and you're offering courses on the internet, your milestones can look something like, in year 1, while bootstrapping, we want to be able to reach 1,000 students actively using the platform to learn, right? And then in year 2, you want to be able to reach 20,000 because you would have scaled up your efforts. And to reach 20,000, obviously that means that at the end of year 1, you have to get capital that will boost the company to that 20,000. And then at 20,000, you need to examine how much money do I need to boost the company to 100,000. And it's not just money. Money is kind of a metaphor for everything else that you'll need, right? Money, talent, right? Proper investors, proper partnerships. Those milestones need to be very comprehensive, as when you as the founder or as the leader of that company need to know them offhand, right? Like for instance, when we started PiggyVest, our first milestone was 1,000 active savers, right? And we got to 1,000 active savers in the first year, right? And then the next one was 50,000. And then we did that in another 1 year. And now we've now after those 2 years, we told ourselves that the next milestone that we were looking at was 400,000. And it took us, after the first 50,000 active users, to get to 400,000. And then that has since doubled because, you know, you are like looking at your growth rate and you're setting reasonable and cost-effective milestones that are properly budgeted against the capital that you have or you can reasonably raise. So that's a great way to look at scaling your company. What are the milestones that are reasonable and achievable on your way to scale? Number 2, focus on risk reducers. Risk reducers essentially signal that your company is growing very well. A risk reducer is any company attribute that reduces risk for investors or your customers. For an example, when you are like sharing numbers with your potential investors, you share a number of your recent customers and you make sure that these are referenceable and verifiable. To that investor, that is a sign of risk reduction, right? They know that the users that you're showing them like are verifiable and they can reach out to those people. That's why sometimes investors ask you, can you give us some phone numbers of your users so we can speak to them, right? Making sure that all your indicators are referenceable, right? Similarly, it's kind of how you show people, this is how our usage is increasing over time, or this is how our retention is increasing over time, or this is how our subscriptions are increasing over time, right? Data-backed proof that like your service, your product is serving people, real actual people that realize the benefits of your product and want to use it more. Risk reducers show investors that customer success is happening, and customer success is proof of market potential. And on the flip side, those risk reducers also show to your customers that people are using the product, so they should use it, right? So to essentially think of it like a referral indicator, right? So focusing on risk reducers means that you're focusing on people like being able to see other people who use the product. It's that simple, whether it's investors or it's customers, right? Number 3, increase your sales. This is very straightforward. Agriculture, tech, fashion, finance, whatever segment your business is in, an increase in sales is the only thing that signals to an investor that your company is growing. And you as a founder, as a leader, as a department head, only you know that your organization is thriving when your sales are increasing. An increase in sales means an increase in like average rate of return and revenue run rate and all those other interesting financial terms. So how do you increase your sales? Ensure customer success, right? One of the things that like are the most, that are the most very, very interesting points about like Nigeria's new age fintech startups is that people always wonder like, how are you guys doing it? You're not offering anything different. So why are people using you? But if you notice, the new age fintech startups, PiggyVest inclusive, have focused on the customer experience, the customer success in using the platforms, right? Making sure that the customer feels like they are having human service, right? So essentially, you need to ensure customer success and then identify a predictable, repeatable strategy and then make that strategy profitable. See, and you know, that's like a lot of words, but it's really simple. Create a product, make sure that customers can use it and get the benefits, find out a strategy for making money that you can repeat over and over again, and then find the profit in that strategy. That's a defined path to success, right? So when you find people using your product and you find that your method of making money is repeatable, predictable, and essentially always happens, then you can start to focus who is the ideal customer that leads to those predictable outcomes, right? So ensure customer success, identify predictable, repeatable strategy, and make that strategy profitable. That's how to increase sales, right? And when you've done that, when you've increased sales, then you can start to build a customer profile, identifying your ideal customer. How do you identify your ideal customer? Now, this is not magic, and this actually takes quite a bit of time, right? You will make mistakes. You would like pick a person who is really not your ideal, but the interesting thing is that these mistakes are correctable, right? When we started PiggyVest, you used to hear us pitch for millennials, but now 60% of PiggyVest is indeed millennials, but 40% of PiggyVest is people who are not millennials at all, right? So that means that like while we got the primary target correctly, the secondary target, which is just as important, we're wrong. We thought it was just going to be focused on one market, but now we have older people using the platform. So over the years, there's some tips that we've identified for like getting your ideal customer. Pick a target market. In the first like few years of your business, you can't sell to too many groups, right? Just like you've picked a like predictable, repeatable strategy, you pick a predictable, repeatable, profitable way to sell to that target market, right? Primary target market. Then find a use case, right? What can people use your platform for? In the case of PiggyVest, we said millennials, right? And we said that the use case for millennials was saving at least 100 Naira every day. Why? No one else was letting them do that. So build your product around that one single important use case. But the thing is that use case needs to be a pain, something that is really like needing a solution, right? In startup, they'll tell you vitamin and painkiller, which one is your product? You need to always make sure that your product is a painkiller. A vitamin means nice to have, but can really do without. A painkiller means a must have. Your product should be a must have. So even though your product might have a variety of use cases, you need to focus on the single most common use case and make sure that use case works for your primary target market, right? And then craft the message around your product. Once you've done that, pick one target market, find a primary single repeatable use case, and then message your product well. Be clear when communicating your product to the users. Concise, attention grabbing, and different. Again, I'm going to reference how PiggyVest grew on social media. It was a different voice, a different branding, a different way of doing things. And the communication was clear. Save 100 Naira a day, right? Figure that out, and then you can begin to get people to use the product. Those three things will lead you to the ideal person who wants to use your platform. For instance, I was looking at agri-tech startups and how they found their ideal customers. Their target markets were people who, much like PiggyVest users, wanted to be able to get optimal returns for their money, but weren't getting it from traditional institutions. What's the use case? Give us your money and come back and get it in X couple of months. And the message was clear. X interest in X number of months, right? And then they were targeting young people, like middle to low income earners who needed to optimize their returns very fast. Right now, there is obviously some problems with that model, but for the startups that have done it and executed well, FarmCrowdy, agro partnerships, easy farming, you've noticed that they've had repeat people going back to that platform to continue to use it because the message is clear and the people they're targeting are also clear, right? Optimize for your users. Once you've identified your buyer, identified the need, identified the use case, now you figure out how you optimize the market and sell to them. Conduct customer research, build out the profile on like your company profile on prominent sites. Ask your customers for reviews so that you can continue to build and rebuild the product to satisfy them, right? Educate your customers about your offerings. So, you know, reviews are very important. Like the ratings, they're very, very key. Asking for feedback, right? And then educating your users. So I don't know how everyone thinks about it, but I think that it's very important for every startup to have a blog, right? Talk to your users about the things that concern them as far as you know, right? And let them understand that like these are like the ongoing realities around our sector, right? Rate us, review us. What would you like to see us do? What would you like to see us stop doing? Those are very, very underrated, like, and very obvious tricks that people use to retain their customers. We don't do like, with Piggyvest has grown to be like kind of big. And the use case here is just like understanding that the users lead the product. We ask them all the time on Twitter, how do you want us to do this? We ask them all the time in the app when they're withdrawing, what would you like us to do better, right? And if you notice our product roadmap, these are all suggestions from the users about what they'd like to see in their personal finance platform, right? So essentially, you have to, your relationship with your users needs to be healthy, and you have to continue to check on it. You have to continue to feed it to make sure that it leads to the growth of your company. And the last thing, don't hire too early. You know, when we were running Push CV in 2015, we ran one successful campaign called the Elite Employee Quest, and we grew the Push CV platform from about 30,000 people to about 600,000 users on the platform in about 6 weeks. And as a result of that, we had to hire like a lot of temporary staff to help with the number. And then, so what did we do? We went out, we raised funding, and then converted all of those temporary staff into permanent staff. And I'm not like joking, by the end of that year, that was just 9 months after, Push CV had run out of money. Like we had 1 million naira left in the bank. And what happened? Obviously, right, this was December 2015, very early December, we had to then do the horrible work of letting the team go and scaling down the team. Why? Because we'd hired too fast and we hadn't benchmarked our hiring against the available funding. Luckily for us, 3 weeks after that, we somehow were able to turn it around with a we reduced the team from 25 people to 6 people. That's how bad it was, and then continued to go. 3 weeks after that, we got the idea for Piggyvest and haven't repeated that mistake. Piggyvest is now a team of 40 very essential people who we've hired over almost 5 years. That's how slow we hire now. Very, very deliberate and very, very intentional. That's the biggest mistake a founder can make, hiring like staff before your company is ready and hiring too fast. Hiring more people will not lead to more business. Ensure that your product is ready to go out. Ensure that like you absolutely need that one more person, right? Prove that you can sell the product before you hire people. Honestly, predictable and repeatable is something that you need to like understand and drill down into yourself as a founder. Predictable, repeatable strategy, predictable, repeatable like profit model, predictable, repeatable sales model before bringing people on board, right? Understand that like your goals must be achieved. If your goals are achievable with your current headcount, don't increase it. If your goals are unachievable with your current headcount, then seek to review it. There is no reason, right? There is no reason to hire before you're ready. You have to ensure that everyone on your team is pulling their weight. Everyone on your team is working hard enough. Everyone on your team is contributing to the bottom line, right? Your product needs to already be so good, it's already speaking for itself before you go on to hire more people into the product. Because when you overload your payroll, you're overloading your company and you will not be able to optimize, right? So essentially, focus your time and attention on more valuable actions. Make sure that everyone in the company is pulling their absolute possible maximum weight before looking to hire. So I'm going to recap the 6 things. The first thing is identify milestones, focus on risk reducers, increase sales, find your ideal user, optimize for the user, and don't hire too early. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Odin, for this amazing keynote address. For everyone who were at Niger Hacks last year in Nigeria, Odin was actually scheduled to talk. So we're very happy that we were able to do this virtually, and hopefully we'll do this again live to live, face to face. So thank you so much, Odin, for this amazing work, and congratulations on your CNN cover, girl. Congratulations, and thank you so much for being here. Let me just check quickly. I don't know if people submit questions, but I don't think so. But yeah, so far, like, I don't know. I don't think they have any questions. Overall, thank you so much. They say that they learned so much. Or someone has a question. Can you take one question?
Sure, of course.
Yeah. Okay, she can take some questions. So Turek, you want to write either your question on Q&A on chat, so we know. So someone has said, Ture, you say you had a question. Can you state your question? Or can we use the Q&A tab to add the questions if anyone has some question? Okay, well, he's not replying, so I don't know, maybe he's formulating his question. Well, regardless, well, thank you so much. This is, amazing. I don't know if any of the panelists organizer had any questions for me. I'm just like mind blowing, and I'm just, my question is, if you don't hire too early, how do you work effectively? Which is a great question.
Right. I think that it's very key, and this is one of my personal, what's it called, values, is that the founding team needs to be able to do all the work that you're hiring people for before you hire people for them, right? So you need to experience sales, you need to experience customer service, you need to experience social media, and that way you are able to quantify the amount of work that needs to go in there. And you're able to now figure out whether it's necessary to bring someone on board or if it's something that you can combine with your current tasks. For the first 7 months of Big Invest, 3 of us did the entire thing. Somebody was building, someone was picking up the phone, and someone was handling social media and finance. So I think that is easily combinable. You just have to figure out like the time constraints. And the moment you figure out, okay, this product is going somewhere, proof of concept and product market fit, then you can start to bring people on board. And you have to bring people on board in a way when you can responsibly and reasonably pay them. You can't bring people on board to the company to like make them suffer or not be able to afford them. You get.
Amazing. Thank you so much for, I was just also taking note while you were talking. The founding team really need to be able to do all the work before you can hire a bigger team, so you can quantify the amount of work that is needed out there. This is like Odun Nugget out there. Okay, something. Yeah, so how do you come up with a sharing formula between 2 founders and 3 co-founders with no investor yet? That's a good question.
I think that that's something that like the founders and co-founders have to figure out for themselves. And you have to make sure that you're making very logical decisions, very sound decisions, right? And don't let sentiment come into it at all. Quantify the work that each person is doing and will be doing moving forward, and then share according to that.
Amazing. Well, Odun, thank you so much for all your time here today. We truly appreciate that. And I'm going to let you go back into your fabulous afternoon, probably cracking some numbers out there. Thank you so much, Odun. I really mean it. And all AfricaHacks team are really happy that we're here, and also our amazing community. So thank you very much, and have an amazing rest of the day.
Thank you. Have a great day, all. Bye.
Of course. And everyone, make sure to follow her online. We will be dropping her social media. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Yeah, so how's everyone feeling? Just tell me in the group chat, how are you feeling? Tell me how you're feeling. We're going to be moving to the next part at 8:30. We have some contests that's going to be running right now on the social media. So we have a contest, guys. We, guys and girls, hello. I actually have a microphone here, to be cool. we have a contest going on right now. Yes, I saw it. You saw me at Nigerian Tech, Zakaria. You saw me at the Nigerian Tech Summit. Oh, thank you so much for coming here. I really appreciate it. You know, I've been running back and forth in virtual summit, right? So you see how committed I am. So we have a contest, guys. We have a contest. Akintola, please reach out to Mariam if you don't know how to complete your profile. She will be happy to help you. Please, can we get her social media handle? My team, can you please drop Odun's social media handle? It should be Odun. Someone's going to drop her social media handle right now. So we have a contest right now, okay? When you go into, please don't leave us because we have the big portion, the big meat coming up soon. This was just the appetizer, you know what I mean? This was just the appetizer. The biggest is yet to come. So, you need to go into your, Tech Bro is her nickname. So the actual is Odunei, okay, Odun and Eweni, Odun Big Energy, that's how we call her. You have no received data. Centurion, send a message to Mariam, she will send you with the link. So, family, fam, I really want to get your attention back here. Before we move on to the next session, I want you to go into your start platform, AfricaHacks.com. Maybe I can show you. It's actually apply.africahacks.com, okay? So let me share with you apply.africahacks.com. Let me show, you know what, let me share my screen here, take you through the journey of the next challenge, because I want people to know that you're here. I want you guys to make noise, like we're about to be 100 here. I want you guys to make some noise online. I want people to know that we're here. I don't know if we can trend, but if we can trend, why not? You know, why not? Who doesn't want to trend? I want to trend. So let's go into my Africa Hacks. I'm going to sign in. I'm going to do sign in with Google. I don't know what, you can sign in with GitHub. You can sign in with any account available. So I'm signing in with my Africa Hacks account. Signing in with my Africa Hacks account. So whether it's Niger Hacks, so Niger Hacks and Africa Hacks, we're all here together as a big family, because we are virtual, so why not? We have over 17 countries in the room, okay? So please keep the flag coming, keep showing me your countries. Okay, so this is the page. I think because I don't have a team. Oh, okay, I have to go to Hackathon. Okay, Hackathon page. We click into the Hackathon page. Amazing. At first, I don't have a team, but I know I tested this too. Awesome. So this is me, my team. Let's have a whole team here. So you want to go into the fun part, okay? You want to go into fun, and you want to wait a little bit to see which one you like. So first of all, in the chat room, do you prefer the black one or the white one? You tell me, and then I will see how many black one I have, and then that's when I'm going to pick which one I'm taking. So which one do you prefer, the black or the white one? The black, okay, black, white, okay, black, dark, black. So black because Africa, white, okay, black, white, black. Oh, wow. You know what, let me just close my eyes because there's just too much choice here. So I'm just gonna go for black because, I'm just gonna go for black because why not, right? Okay, amazing. So you see your things, it's here. So you want to, so a lot of people say, well, I don't say it. So I think probably what you do is like, you just do like me, you want to click there, but that's not what you do. To click there, you'll see, you will just expand the view. What you need to do is you need to download. And then once you download, you save the image, okay? And I'm saving my image, Christine, Africa Hacks, and I'm showing this to you right now because I don't want people to say, oh, but Christine, you didn't do it, right? So we're gonna do this together. I will take you into my personal Twitter. So, and as I'm doing it, I hope you're doing the same thing too, right? I hope you're doing the same thing too, right? Are you? Yes? Can I have a yes in the can I have a yes in the Zoom? People telling me that they're doing the same thing. Yes. Are you all doing the same thing? Yes. Okay. I want a lot of yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay. Amazing. I want yes, yes, yes. Okay. Because I'm doing this. So we're all doing this together, right? So let me find out, guys. So I have so much. Christine Africa. You know, I did all of this, but where did I save it? You know what, guys? This is a shame. Let me just go back. Okay, let me just go. And I'm sure a lot of you do the same thing too. So let's just redo it. Okay, Africa Hacks Initiative. Let me just put this on just 2020. Okay, perfecto. Amazing. So what do I want to tell? Oh, you know what? It was here. Why didn't you guys tell me that it was just here and I can just drop right here? I thought you were the tech people. Ah, perfect. So I cannot hear. Is this me? Can everybody hear me? Yes? Yes. Okay, fantastic. So you want to say something. So I'm going to say, I am enjoying hosting the wonderful, and that's just me, Africa Hacks community, Africa Hacks community at, guys, I'm Francophone, so excuse my French. Okay, Africa Hacks 2020. And tag Africa Hacks. So you don't have to say I'm enjoying the wonderful Africa community. It's just me right now, right? So you can say I love Christine Energy. I love Odunayo's speech. I love Dr. Andrew's speech. I love Hilary's speech. I love Tony's speech. It's really up to you. You get to see, but as long as you put those unique assets, which is hashtag Africa Hacks 2020 at Africa Hacks underscore 20, and we will have the chance to feature you and your team as the team of the day. How cool does it sound? So you get to put out there, tag all your team members, and if you don't have a team member, it's still fine. Maybe we'll even be able to create a team out on social media for someone today, right? So just be out there. This is a social media moment, a feature moment. Maybe we'll invite you by the end of the day to come and say hi over here and come and talk to me. How about that? I think that's a cool prize to win for today engagement, right? Okay, and if you don't have a team, it's completely fine. As I said, we will walk through it and to ensure that you will have the team right now. Okay, perfect. So we need to go right now into the second part of the things, okay? So make sure you tweet and everything. We're doing the webinars right now, so stay in here. So amazing. So right now we're creating the room for the webinars. So guys, make sure you tweet and then you get to the next portion of the hackathon. So I'm going to go back into our little time saver here. And yes, I'm using Canva and I hope you do this too. So give me a moment here. I'm just connecting my screen here. We're going to go into the webinars right now. And I think the best way to do it, go ahead, Tony.
Christine, so don't worry about connecting Canva right now. We're going to have to end this webinar and check Discord in the reminders channel for the link you should join for the workshops. So the link is on the Discord in the reminders channel. I will post a link in the chat as well, just for people to see, but we have to end this call to start the next one. We can't have two at the same time. That's what we have to do. So the link will be in this chat.
Yeah, Tony, yeah, drop the link in this chat then.
Yes, I've dropped the link in this chat, and
Yeah.
it is on Discord. If you're looking for Discord, check your email to sign up to the Discord. It should be in your email as an attendee. Thank you very much. We have to switch over, and we'll see you guys in the next Zoom call that starts right now.